Welcome back to Ask Me Anything. How are we doing here tonight, folks? Yes, thank you for joining me on this show, your favorite show. Today, yada yada, no time for that right now. Today, we are here to take a look at some of your burning questions, and we're going to be answering them. So let's turn our attention towards the screen.
So I've picked out random questions from, those submissions I got, and I jumbled them up and divided them into 5 different categories. So we have project development and future plans, characters and their personalities, creative inspirations and design choices, and world building and storytelling. Oh, and miscellaneous / fun questions. So question number 1. Is there an estimate as to when we will be getting a trailer or first peek? So, as some of you may know, I have been working on something for a while now. Unfortunately, it is taking a lot longer than anticipated, like a lot longer. But it's coming, I swear. And yeah, this thing I'm working on is in fact what is going to officially start this project. It's kind of the initiation or introduction, if you get what I mean. And hopefully not too long after this video is up, I can make a little announcement for it. So you could consider this as your first peek at this project, so stay tuned, Have you completely finished writing out the set STD universe and the storyline, or are you kind of figuring things out as you go? So at this time, I'm currently writing the story bit by bit, so I guess you could say I'm figuring things out as I go, but I definitely do have the idea of how I want the story to evolve and the main events in my head. So I'm going off of that mostly and just writing things whenever I have the time to. There's a lot of detail I want to put into the storyline, so that's why I'm taking my time with writing it and just letting myself go with the flow. Will there be more staff hired / needed for the future of this project? And blah blah blah. This was also a frequent question, so I had a few people ask about more technical positions, more behind the scenes in the making sort of thing. These type of roles I feel aren't necessary right now, or anytime soon for that matter, mostly because this project is still very small and I would only start considering I need to slow down, considering this sort of help if it were to become something huge, as I'm sure you agree. So as far as more technical, so I'll give some examples that someone added in, storyboard artist, stuff like that, right? Editors, whatever. So yeah, as of right now, since it is so small, my project, it doesn't really make sense to me, at least, having these type of people, especially because as of right now, I actually enjoy doing everything myself, so I think it'll be like that for a while. In terms of Discord server positions, because some people asked about that as well, the same thing applies. I feel like only once we start getting a lot of members will it make sense to have more roles. Why am I stuttering? And finally, in terms of voice actors, yes, there will be more, many more. Is there something specific you're looking forward to most in this project? Honestly, I'm most looking forward to starting the main comic, or in other words, the actual storyline, I suppose. I'm just more excited to start sharing the lore and diving deeper into the characters and their individual but also collective lives. I'm just really excited to share the stories behind these girls, because it's not just this girl who wants to be an idol and that's it, and then there's friends and whatever. I really want to make it very realistic, because as a lore lover myself, I think that is the most interesting part of any story. Not only this, but I'm most looking forward to seeing this project just grow, as well as the community, hopefully. Shout out to my future self and all the OG fans. Let's go! How far do you intend on going with this project? So I actually got this question a few times, and to put it simply, I see this project going on for a very long time, at least a couple of years. So because I have no intention on putting an end to it, there are several things I'd love to try out. And to answer a question that a lot of people were wondering as well, yes, animation projects will definitely be a thing, just not until a very long time, probably. So yeah, I just hope that this project lasts a very long time, because I want to do so many things for it, and I really want it to be something that people can enjoy. Will more members join as the current SDD girls age up in school years, like Love Live Superstar? So to put it short, I don't intend on expanding StarDustDarlings as a group. It's going to be the 5 of them till the end. So yeah, it just makes more sense with the story I'm trying to convey, which I'm not going to talk about too much right now. But it also just like saves me a lot of time because I already struggle to do things for like 5 different people. So if it was more than that, I would honestly like die. Who makes/produces the music in the group? So actually Layla, being the one who is very talented on the piano and also violin, she is actually the main producer of their songs, using the keyboard mostly to write melodies and beats. And Yeihmi is their main lyricist. But they kind of all just like work on things together. But yeah, those are like people in charge of those aspects. What are each of the girls' years in high school? So StarDustDarlings, as I present them through drawings and stuff, are currently in their 2nd year of Japanese high school, so I think that translates to juniors or something. I don't really know the American terms, I'm so sorry. I don't know, but it's 11th grade, so that's what I mean. But the actual storyline starts when they're in 10th grade, so sophomores, right? So yes, they're all in the same year together. They're all in the same year together, and the story starts in 10th grade. From 10th grade to 12th, right? Just like right graduation. Coffee or tea? Which would each girl pick? So Yuko and Eleni would definitely pick coffee just because it gives them that energy boost and they feel very, well, energized. So it definitely matches more with their personalities, I think. And then Hanako and Layla would definitely pick tea, just because they are like more classy. And in Akari's case, coffee is disgusting and tea is tasteless. Give me a milkshake, is what she says. But unknowingly, she has actually liked tea before sometimes, so I guess let's keep that a secret between us. How would each of the girls cook spam? Out of all the girls, which one would be the best at Among Us? I think definitely Eleni, just because she's so good at lying. So she would trick everyone. She's just very intelligent as well. So, you know, she would find out ways to gaslight each of the girls and pretend. She would probably gaslight Layla into thinking that she was actually the imposter when it was actually Eleni. And Layla would like believe her and she would lose the game. Which member of SDD consumes the most brain rot? So if brain rot was a thing in their universe, I feel like it'd be either Eleni or Akari, just because they access the internet more often and usually are the first ones to know about the latest things or trends. And you might be surprised because you would think that Hanako would be the one to know about trends and stuff like that. But she prefers to look at, posters, magazines, like actual stores, because she's more into the fashion trends, right? So she prefers like looking at magazines and stuff like that. And yeah, again, Eleni and Akari are the ones who kind of access the internet more out of all 5 of them. Do the girls speak other languages, since Layla and Eleni are biracial, if I remember correctly? Yes, you are right. Keep in mind that they're Japanese and speak Japanese, supposedly. Yes, Eleni can speak somewhat fluent Greek, since her mother is Greek, but since over the years her mother has been visiting less, there's not many opportunities for her to practice as much. Layla, on the other hand, understands many languages like Arabic, Mandarin, Korean, and English, but she prefers to stick to her native language, only having learnt the others because of her parents and because she's too shy to speak in them to other people. The others never had any particular interest in learning other languages, but Hanako is somehow also fluent in English. It's a mystery. It might have been from all the magazines. What would the girls' day-to-day schedule look like? So the average schedules would be wake up, go to school, and then once they finish, they either hang out at their club room for a while, or some of them head to their extracurricular activities or part-time job. Then it's home and blah blah blah, but this is all very relative. Of course, they each have their own personal schedules, so I'd love to share that at some point in some way, because I have been planning to, but I don't really know how to show that. I don't know if I should just like actually create like a schedule, timetable type of thing, or like, I don't know, just wait for the opportunity in the storyline. I don't know, if you guys have any ideas, like please feel free to comment in videos and whatever, like Discord, suggestions on what you want to see next, or like, you know. How do each of the girls' families feel about them being idols? So, Akari's mom is very supportive, but her dad is a bit unsure about it and doesn't really like that his daughter is spending so much time on it instead of her studies. So yeah, he's not very supportive. He's kind of grumpy. Yuko's mom is also very supportive. She just wants her daughter to do what makes her happy. And yeah, seeing as Yuko's mom and Akari's mom are friends, it just makes sense that they're both supporting their daughter's dreams. Eleni's mom is unaware. Her dad knows about it and is fine with it. He kind of lets Eleni do whatever she wants as well. They're kind of in that relationship where, you know, it's the father taking care of the daughters. So it's kind of like the princess treatment. He kind of lets them do whatever they want. They're not spoiled or anything. They don't take advantage of it. Can I speak properly? They just have a very like loving relationship, I think. So yeah, Eleni's dad is completely okay with it. Hanako's parents definitely warn her to not let it get in between her studies and tell her to stay focused. They're okay-ish with it as long as it remains a hobby and not something she actually wants to pursue in her future. So they definitely don't really support her on that. And then, of course, Layla's parents are completely unknowing, and for a good reason. It should stay that way. What inspired the early 2000s theme for the group? Will the theme evolve over time? Honestly, partially personal interest. I also just wanted to really create a reality that is different from our own, and using a 2000s theme would allow that. But mostly, I just think it matches the vibes. I think it was also partially me wanting them to have like flip phones. So it just made sense. LOL. And I can't say that the theme will evolve over time. And I can't say that the theme will evolve over time. But again, since this is a fictional reality, there might be some fusions of modern technological advancements, fashion, product designs, and things like that. So yeah, there might be like a mix of things, but 2000s theme is the main focus. And I chose it because I liked it. Simple, and I want them to have flip phone. How did you come up with the character designs? Well, again, this was a school project, so I didn't really think about the character designs at the time. I just thought of different girls and just drew them very messily, may I say, because sometimes I think about that comic that I made. I'm like, what the hell was this? It looks terrible. It looks terrible. So yeah, I didn't really think about the designs at the time. It was only when I started doing their spreadsheets and thinking about their personalities where I started to implement different aspects into their designs that would match their personalities. So yeah, there had been some I wouldn't say drastic, but noticeable changes, especially with I feel Yuko, maybe, just because her hair isn't down anymore. Maybe with Layla, I don't really know. I feel like I gave changes to all of them just to put it out there nice and clear. That initial comic, as of right now, has nothing to do with their storyline. Yes, their first ever concert will happen eventually, but that little bit of the comic, it does not exist in their storyline. It's nothing. It's gone. Okay, you get what I mean? So I know that StarDustDarlings originally started as a school project, but what actually made you want to do this? Was there a specific moment? So yeah, it did start off as a school project, and I don't know, was there a specific moment? Not really. It was so spontaneous. I was just hey, what if I make this comic digital? It would be an interesting video for people to watch. And then I thought about it some more. I was like, hold on. What if I just make these girls my OCs and just make a whole reality around them? And I was like, yeah, perfect. I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. I really didn't expect people to be interested in it right from the start. So it was very oh my god, I kind of missed that phase, the beginning. I was just so motivated, so happy about everything. Because it was in the summer and I had more time, and now I guess that was it. I don't think it was a very interesting moment, but well, it was a good choice, that's what I know. Beach episode? Will there be a beach episode? Beach episode, yes. Gotta keep the tradition alive. What do the girls do when they're not on stage or in rehearsals? Do they have a favorite hobby, inside joke, or a secret hangout spot? One of their favorite things to do would definitely be hanging out in their club room and doing their handmade hangout sessions. Thanks to Lucid, who created the or going shopping together. That's kind of their go-tos. Just hanging out, doing those sessions, or going shopping together, or just being in that club room, stuff like that. Will the story ever cover dark storylines, for example anxiety, the pressures of being an idol, or is it generally still going to be slice of life, happy, whatever? Okay, with this project, I definitely don't want it to be happy-go-lucky all the time. I want to showcase their hardships and personal battles, as well as bad family relationships, for example, and more realistic aspects like those. In general, I want this story to be more realistic and not just, hey, let's be idols, okay, we can perform at our school and get attention, everyone loves us because we're super cool and we're idols. So yes, I want to show that not everything is easy to reach for, and they're actually going to work hard to become school idols. So again, I just want this to be as realistic as possible. So it's not gonna be easy. Random things won't just happen because they do. There has to be logic and reason behind everything, and realism. Will they wear wigs? Have they worn wigs? If you know, you know. Do the girls feel bonita? Yes. This is a fun question. If the gal pals go to McDonald's, what would they get? How would the STD members draw themselves? If the girls were to have English glitter force dub version of their names, what would they be? This is a very good question. I feel like just how they have their names as Glitter Peace and Glitter Lucky and whatnot, I think StarDustDarlings would definitely start with Darling and then something something, like, I don't know, Darling Nova! Darling Nova! I'd actually love to see comments about this. That'd be pretty funny. Let's have a discussion down below. What would their glitter force names be? Okay, so that was all the questions for the first part of the Q&A. I hope you enjoyed this video because I worked on in it. I wanted it to be interesting. I hope it was interesting to watch. The second part of the Q&A will come eventually, but I think I need a little bit of a break. I'm very sorry to anyone whose questions I did not ask in this video. I chose them at random. So yeah, look forward to the next part. I will be working on that eventually. I need to get other stuff going, you know? But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I tried to make it kind of interesting. And hopefully answered, you know, your questions. If you have any other questions about the questions that I answered in this video, if that makes sense, feel free to comment them down below and I will answer them in the comments because I feel like it just makes sense. Thank you for watching. Please join the Discord server if you haven't already and just show some support, I guess. Like the video, subscribe. We just hit 2K. I mean, at the time I'm doing this voiceover at least. So it's pretty cool. I love to see the community grow. I'm excited to keep working on this project. Side note, I also opened my shop again, if anyone knows about that. So I made a card website and I kind of just made an archive of what I have in stock and people can buy it through emails, messages, and then pay through PayPal, whatever. There's instructions if you're curious and you can see the things that I make. Yeah, be sure to check it out if you want to just to complement my skills, maybe my DIY skills. I'm kidding. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for all the questions. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.